Am I? Yeah, I am on. That's definitely not me. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Everyone's a little bit sleepy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, welcome. My name's Elizabeth. I think I met most of you before, know most of you. But if it's your first time here, welcome. We're happy to have you. We do this every Sunday, and on the first Sundays of the month, we usually have a short. This feels wrong. Is it? Is it okay? I mean, it sounds okay. Okay. It sounds wrong to me. Okay, so and then the first Sunday of the month, we have a short teaching at 10:30 before meditation. That's usually led by Ann and Harvey, who are founders. So you're welcome to come to that. Probably all of you know this, but if it's your first time and you don't know that, now you do. We also have a book going around that. Where's the book? Here's the book. In this book, we write the names of people who we wish to send particular blessing or dedication to at the end of our meditation practice. And it can be anyone, anything, animals, people. You can even put yourself in there. It's fine. That's good, actually. So write names in there that you would like me to read out loud. So the practice that we're doing today was given to us by Alden Rinpoche, who his photo is up there. And he's our teacher in Tibet. And when Ann and Harvey asked him what was something we could do that was both very profound and very accessible to everyone, anytime we wanted to practice it, this was the practice that he instructed them to teach. So it is something that you can try at home. Any part of it, all of it, for however short of time period you want to meditate or however long, you can do this practice. So when we do this practice, one thing that's a little bit unique about it is that we combine. There are ants walking on my table. Okay, all right. It combines both quiet sitting, watching the breath. We say watching the breath, but it's more like mindfully paying attention to your breath. So it combines both that and chanting, and we'll alternate between those two. And that's one unique feature, because both of those ways are, both chanting and watching the breath, are ways to really get in touch with kind of your deeper self, your inner wisdom. And they're just two methods of doing it. And it may both resonate with you very well today. Maybe one will resonate with you more on a different day. But I hope they both work for you in some way. And if you're brand new and you don't feel comfortable chanting, sometimes people don't, that's fine. Just sit and listen, or you can join in at any point that you're comfortable chanting. Okay, so let's get in our comfortable meditation position. So if you're sitting on the floor or a chair, the most important thing is that your back be straight. And by straight, I don't mean so straight that you feel like your spine's going to break, but just kind of the natural straightening of your spine with its curves still nicely there. So if you do that, then your shoulders will naturally be, not soldier at attention, but they'll be relaxed and straight, and your neck will be relaxed. So the whole point of all this posture is basically to have your skeleton do the work so that your muscles can be relaxed. And you can even sit for a minute and think, oh, I'm sitting nicely, but oh, my neck is a little tense. Well, then you need to relax your neck. Also, it's not very conducive to relaxing in general, as you know, and for meditation, you'll be sitting here, you'll get distracted by your neck, so let your bones do the work. So sit with your back straight, and you can sit with your legs crossed, however's comfortable for you, or underneath you. On a chair, try to put your feet flat on the floor. It's easier to have your back straight that way. And then one thing that is very good is with your neck. To get your neck straight, kind of tilt your chin down. So don't be like this. That's not really all that comfortable after a while. So like this. Put your chin down a little bit, and it elongates your neck and allows your whole spine and neck to be one straight support. You can sit with your hands on your knees, and sit with your hands in this position, however's comfortable for you. We usually sit like this I usually sit like this. It's relaxed, easy openness. And we usually meditate with our eyes open. And the reason that we do that is so that what we practice on the meditation cushion isn't just for the meditation cushion. We want to take some of that wisdom that we've gained, some of that understanding we've gained out into the world. So with your eyes open, you can become more accustomed to doing that. So having said that, if with your eyes open, you are so distracted you can't meditate and you're thinking about everything else in the world, well then shut them for a while. And if you have them shut and you start falling asleep, open them for a while so you can alternate. And you can wiggle at any time. And if you get really sleepy, one of the teachers who teaches here, Lama Tenzin, he visits once a year. He tells us if we get sleepy to go, wake you up. So I do that. I might actually do it. Sometimes I do it sitting up here if you get sleepy. Intake your breath and it wakes you up. Okay. I hope I've explained all that. If not, do as comfortable. Okay, so we'll start with watching our breath. Let me ring this to get us in the mood. So when we say watching our breath, what you really want to do is just pay attention to your breath entering your body, so through your mouth or your nose, filling up your lungs, going back out. If you can, it's really great to energetically follow that breath traveling down into your body, all the way to this spot here, very important area called the do, kind of enervating your body and then leaving. So just follow the breath, making that pattern. And we'll do that for a little bit. And then we will chant Hong Hong. And I'll lead that. And then we'll go back to watching our breath. And I'll interject sometimes with a few reminders. So just follow your breath, traveling into, enervating, and then leaving your body. And when you get distracted, like everyone in here will, just very gently come back to watching your breath. Don't beat yourself up or get carried away with what you were thinking about. Just come back to watching your breath. So, again, if you get distracted, if I've interrupted your distractedness or your meditation, you're watching your breath, just very gently come back to watching your breath and let all those thoughts and distractions, I like to think of them as waves in the ocean. It's just a wave and it just passes along, doesn't stay for very long. So even if you only focus on your breath for 2 breaths, doesn't matter, just come back gently and let those thoughts go. So in that same mode of gentleness, don't force your breath to do anything. Just have it at its natural pace. You don't need to try to slow it down for this meditation or force it to be what you might think of as calm. Just breathe at your natural pace. Now we'll chant Hong Hong. Just do this at your own pace. And it will naturally die out after a couple or a few minutes. Hong Then just go back to paying attention to your breath. So we'll have about a 10-minute break, and reconvene for just a couple minutes of meditation and our dedication. So there should be snacks, refreshments out in the hallway, and I'll ring the bell to get everyone back in here if you're not all back by 10 minutes. And we'll read this book at the end, so if you haven't had a chance to fill it out, it's here.
I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly. I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. engage Dharma holy.
Kunjoren jena sama dowe ninebena toje shenje ziro resa yena medo Taga me yilete mita to bolete ki den ye de karzolo ma Andi pung in so pa nang ki lo te mendo ni ne ki wara sa hi de kar zo lo ma Lendre lo me yempe me gita parapoye la ye
I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma holy.
Kunjoren jena sama dowe ninebena toje shenje ziro resa yena medo Taga me yilete mita to bolete ki den ye de karzolo ma Andi pung in so pa nang ki lo te mendo ni ne ki wara sa hi de kar zo lo ma Lendre lo me yempe me gita parapoye la ye
I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student.
Am I good? I'm on? No, I mean, am I like broadcasting to the world? Okay. All right. Okay, so let's just sit for a couple minutes. And then I will read the names in the book. And if there's anyone you didn't put in here because you didn't get a chance or you just wanted to hold it privately, you can say their names out loud or just think of them. And after we say the names, if you don't have this, I forgot to remind people earlier. Maybe someone can hand them out to anyone who needs them. We'll say the dedication and the blessing at the very end. And we have some people handing them out if you need them. And then, do you mind lighting the candle? Okay, during the blessing? Not yet, during the blessing. Okay. Yes. There's the candle here, and during the blessing, our candle talks about lighting the candle for the people we're thinking of, so we light this candle. And there's a lighter, there's all sorts of lighting gadgets. Okay. All right, so we'll just sit for a couple minutes to get back into our little bit more mindful state. So just quickly, posture. So today we hold in mind all sentient beings, but especially Jenna Wood, Francis, Mike's grandbaby, Alice Runyon, Emma Ong, Jolette, Suffering Children, Anna Heights Group, Samir, Billy Bardo, Audrey Fisher, Diana, Brian, Jimmy, Jeannie Collin, Margaret, James, Eileen, Jier Luau, Christine Montero, Guillermo Silva, Rafael Silva, Mauricio Viana, Vanessa Mora, Gabrielle Silva, Lucas Silva, Daura Silva, Edmia Silva, Camachos, Mike. I apologize if I mispronounce anyone's names or read them incorrectly. Warren Bardo, Elaine, Jasper, Jennifer, Scott, Evelyn, Aaron, Michael, Mr. James, Erica, Natalie, Constance Bardo, Matilda, Valerie, and new family, Jewel Trimble, Bardo and family, Miriam Cypress, Art H. released from prison, James, Ted, Dakota, Anthony L., Linda, Cheryl, Jean, Adam, Pierre, Lois, Randy, Sierra, Jason, Milu, me too, I can't tell what that is, Angela, Eric, Greg, the children in Thailand that need help, Divya, Jay, Doris, Emma, Charlotte, Dave Johnson, Luann Novak, Pam Ring, Brenda Lowe, Callie, Tom Anthony, Jose Antonio Montez in the Bardo. So I think we did this backwards, but now we will do the dedication on the bottom of this sheet. By this good may I swiftly once become a great guru, lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground. And now the blessing where we light the candle. With all of you in mind we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. And then we'll finish by chanting Ah, just once, and as you do that, all of the good wishes and blessings and merit you've accumulated today, we can share it with everyone, but at the same time not decreasing it for yourself. So you can picture this as light spreading through you, everyone in the room, everyone in Houston, Texas, the world, the universe, multi-universes, as far as you can imagine during that awe. And just do it at your own pace. If you can chant Ah for a long time, that's fine. Short time, it's fine. So thank you, everyone. We've let out right for the rain. Everyone, please be careful driving home if the streets are flooding. Everyone on the internet, when it rains in Houston, the streets flood. So, it's the summertime, so there's not too much going on, but remind you of these Sundays, and the first Sunday we mentioned earlier, where there's also a teaching at 10:30, and teaching Tuesdays on the first and third Tuesday, and, Practice Tuesdays, the second and fourth Tuesdays. Someone sits here and holds the space, and you can do any type of meditation that you're working on right now. If you're doing Nunjo or would like to sit silently, but it's nice to practice together. Yeah, anything else? No. All right. So everyone enjoy your day. Don't drive into water. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.